Good morning. Let's have a cup of tea in the garden. I have a new garden critter. I'm sure it's a groundhog. And when I find him, it will be over. I'm starting more potatoes, but they haven't sprouted yet. Well, things are growing. I gotta come in and stake these tomatoes. These were some leftover tomatoes that didn't get put in the ground until recently, but they're taking off. We have some melons and some cucumbers trying to take off. We will keep an eye on them. I thought these were paprika peppers, but they look like lunchbox peppers. I don't know if this little honey nut squash is going to do much more than that. She's interesting. Yes, garden coffee. These Barry's Crazy Cherries, these plants don't look good quickly, but they produce like nobody's business. There are bunches and bunches on here, and it's just going. It's an indeterminate plant, and it's just going to keep going. Oh, I see more. I see more yellows. And I find them to be super sweet. I wish the plant didn't yellow like this. Oh, I have some random things in here. Just random. Some string beans coming in. I don't think I put that many in. Not that the chipmunks and the birds are going to let me have much. This is another pimento pepper. And she's putting on nice peppers. Oh, I think I cracked that one, so I'm going to have to take it off. Ooh, I don't like to harvest peppers early. I got some butter beans coming in. I planted a whole row of butter beans. I got one butter bean because, the animals don't like me. Look at my garden friend doing his job. So I had a very lovely short weekend in woohoo. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. The animals are eating my Brussels sprouts. And they look like they're putting on Brussels, so I don't need them eaten. So I'm going to have to put some fencing or something around these. It's only 4 of them, but we're going to save her. This little squash. It's still putting on squash. I don't know what kind of squash this is. Last year I grew yellow squash over here, and I never got one yellow squash. These squash are coming in like greenish. I have the attention span of a donkey. A donkey probably has better attention span, but ground cherries. I had 3 of these Keystone Giants back here. 2 died. One I actually killed, sorry. One died. I killed one. And then this one is just starting to put on little peppers, I see. So I'm going to let her be great, and I'm going to continue to watch her. Yeah, my sage. I'm going to harvest some sage later today to make some tea. Oh, my calico beans don't look so happy. I sprouted these before they came outside, so they were already coming up, and then I don't know, I think I might have a critter that knows how to get in here. I'm gonna have to keep my eye on this situation because these beans were so close. I literally put them about 2 inches apart, and I had way more beans than I should have had in there. But okay, this bed is just a train wreck because I didn't plant these tomatoes and I didn't plant these ground cherries, and they're just here. But the tomatoes are putting on. These are like grape size tomatoes from last year or the year before. I can't remember. I don't even know what kind they are. I'm just trying to rewind this plant up here. It needs a taller stake, but it gives me nice tomatoes. So I can't complain. I have one bell pepper plant that survived, the Emerald Giant, that's surviving in here. She's not happy being covered, but she's putting on a pepper. I see a pepper. Do you see a pepper? There's a pepper. Then more tomatoes that I didn't plant. So we don't know what they are. I got so distracted. Easily distracted. Oh, I see problems already, y'all. And y'all know I'm not going to edit this video. It's just going to be me and my shenanigans. Yes, I put my cup in the bed. So my friend came over Saturday and she picked some tomatoes. Yeah, here we go. More tomatoes. And of course we know we have to pick them as soon as they blush. Or I have to fight the animalis. Like, look at this. Get off my plant. Oh, it's wet. Luckily, I get to harvest more than they actually eat. So, I'm just going to have to be patient with the animals. Here's another green zebra that somehow ended up in my Amish paste tomato patch. I can barely get through this bed, by the way. I did pick the other ones. These are supposed to be bush beans. And they're not bushy. So I'm going to take this cover off today and find myself a trellis. I don't know how, because all my trellises are in use. This other bean plant is confusing. I don't know what to do for her. I just came outside to see what I needed to harvest today. These big, beautiful eggplants. I only have one eggplant currently. She probably could go in. Not today, maybe tomorrow. But this one is putting on flowers. The beautiful Mexican sunflowers are looking lovely. I have one head of cabbage left in the garden. I'm supposed to start seeds for more. I need to get my life together. Get my fall crop started. Oh, look, an eggplant. She's here. So hopefully they're gonna give me a nice flush. I see people coming in. Come through, ladies, come through. The super tall marigolds. I don't know why they're tall like this, but they're actually from last year. They reseeded themselves, so that's probably why. Another blushing girl who can go in the house so that she's not eaten by the critters. I did not harvest all of my lemon balm before it seeded, and I'm going to pay for it again next year. Don't worry. I have another bell pepper over here who looks like she's turning orange, and I love it. Now, I don't see the sign for these bell peppers, but they are orange variety. I'm not sure why she doesn't have a sign anywhere. She had two friends, but ground cherries came up and crowded everybody. I got a Swiss chard that randomly popped up in here, and that's lovely because I didn't plant any. Yeah, that pepper is, I guess he resolved his life to heaven. Back in the bed where the eggplant is, I have peppers growing. I don't know why this stem is just leaning over the side. These are not hanging plants. Banana peppers, poblamos. Not quite ready. And I realized peppers like to be close. They really like to be close. They're on top of each other. This is the best pepper year I've ever had in all my years of gardening. Last year I planted them close, but they were in full sun. This one bed is in full sun, but by 2 o'clock, the eggplant's kind of shaded. So I got some okras over here. I had more, but they're not making it. She's not gonna make it. All this beautiful basil. Let's pinch some basil. I'm actually making sauce today with some tomatoes I picked a week ago. That if I don't make sauce, I'm gonna be in a world of trouble. Come on, basil. Don't act up in public. I don't want this basil to go to seed because I want to be able to make pesto until the end of time. When my friend came over the other day, I meant to ask her to check the basils and pinch them off, but I was distracted. The comfrey is taking over as usual. I'm going to try to move it actually because this bed is a wood bed, and next year the wood beds are going to go, completely go. These are paprikas. That are looking luscious. I'm going to have my brother roast them in his smoker for me. I think I'll have enough to do that instead of just dehydrating them and making regular paprika. We'll have smoked paprika. Oh, I found a pepper that fell off. I don't know if it fell off or somebody knocked it off because you know the chipmunks favor this bed. So apparently, first to begin, these purple cayennes are hot as bejesus. If bejesus is the heat level, I can't eat these. So I'm going to have to make a sauce with them and put them with something sweet. Oh, I gave y'all a whole green. But they turn purple. I mean, they turn red. These are Tobagos. I picked a bunch of them the other day. This is the stem from this other bell pepper. She's gonna need a little more support. Ooh, Jesus. Get out of that basket, girl. It's not your time. I have some bell peppers over here. This is my best bell pepper year. Hold this, baby. This is my best bell pepper year ever. These are almost completely red. I've never really been able to keep them on long enough to turn all the way red. And I've never had this many of them. And the bell pepper plants are still flowering. I'm still getting flowers. One of my nadapinos died. I need this stake though, because when people die, we reuse their stuff. Sorry, hate to disappoint anybody, but I need that. This is a ground cherry. I just left it here because it shades some of my peppers. This nadapino is looking good. They're actually really good, but I kind of missed the heat. I need a medium heat jalapeno if anybody has a suggestion. This is my tea plant, and I don't think she likes this corner that I put her in because I never had burnt leaves before. So I'm gonna have to come out and prune those and move her again. It might be too hot in this corner against the house. Beautiful coleus. Some lemon mint. My coffee plants, which I don't expect them to bloom till next year. More ground cherries. I do pick up some of the ground cherries off the plant as they turn because I'm trying to minimize the number of ground cherries on the ground that get missed. My little pumpkin plant lost her pumpkins, and I only see male flowers. The bees are happy, so I'm not going to pull it out. But I might steal her trellis for those string beans over there. And what else going on over here? This is another random tomato plant. Well, actually, 2 tomato plants from last year. And it's loaded. One is a yellow tomato. One is a red, grapey looking tomato. Y'all know I'm not a videographer. This is literally a closet shelf thingy that I found somewhere, maybe on the garbage, because I like to recycle for my garden. And oh, honey, these sunflowers have seen better days. That's a Mexican sunflower. These are the yellow pear tomatoes. I see some in there, but I have to go on the other side. The animals only let me have these 2 little peanut plants and one more in another container somewhere. My poor Barry's grape. I moved her to the full sun because I thought she would like it better. And I do see greenery coming. I do see some greenery. This is a pitcher plant that I bought. She needs some water. None of her pitchers have water in them. I could tell because they're dry on the top. This basil's gonna have to be pulled, not pulled, harvested. I can't do that now. I'll be out here all day. So earlier I was saying I went to Houston this weekend. Very short weekend, but very amazing weekend. And if you're going to go on a short trip, let it be a short, amazing trip. I got to fellowship with some amazing friends, meet some amazing people. And when I tell you, it was a good time to be had, yes, it was. Well, I gotta fix her. Don't get out. Yeah, don't put your head in that girl thing. Oh, the sunflowers and the tomatoes are fighting. Oh, look at this. Stand up on your own. I'm gonna have to get them some braces up here because they can't lay on my yellow tomatoes. I really love those yellow tomatoes. Oh, let's get my coffee cut. Oh, this is a toothache plant. And I'm gonna make a tincture today. I have some of this harvested already, the leaves and the flowers. I think I'm just I'm gonna tincture the flowers today because it sounds like something I just need. I don't know why. These beans are not quite ready. I gotta go through this whole bush though because I've been picking beans for a while. And these are like really big lima beans. Like, they're kind of juicy. These were not supposed to vine either. And then my delicata squash, she's left her bed. She's climbed over the trellis. And I had to give her something to continue climbing. And now she's up here and she's putting out nice squash. I see 2 up there. So she's doing her job. And I don't mind if she shares space with the crazy, I see 3. I don't mind if she shares space with the crazy limas. I'm gonna have to plan these limas better next year. More delicata. Ooh. I've never had a delicata squash. I tried to grow them last year, but I could never get them to pollinate. I don't know what kind of tomato this is either. Ooh, a squash bug. I got him. Ha ha. Y'all don't mind me. It's very hard to kill a squash bug. And they really destroy your plants. I don't know what kind of tomatoes these are. But as soon as they turn, they're probably Cherokee purples because I planted them last year everywhere. I have more shishitos. I see Jimmy Nardellos. You see that pretty girl? And I harvested this plant pretty good the other day. And look at her put on more and more and more. Because she was loaded and I couldn't figure out if I was coming or going in Shishitoville. I see something red back there. My one lone English cucumber that looks like she wants to try to make it. And I planted about 8 seeds in that one flower pot in hopes of getting 4. My ashwagandha is looking beautiful. I've been meaning to drop 2 or 3 more seeds in here. I think I've put seeds in here several times. Every time they come up, the chipmunks get them. So I was finally able to get 1. My other peanut plant. These are the Bait Alpha cucumbers. And I keep telling everybody, I had a terrible cucumber year this year. I think I need to move this further away from the fence, but I don't know if the deer are going to touch it because it's kind of fuzzy. We'll see. I had a terrible cucumber year. I didn't get 1 cucumber and all my plants died. This is my marshmallow. I was contemplating tincturing some of the leaves, but I see that it's starting to flower, and this is the first time I've grown marshmallows, so I'd rather have the flowers this year so I can collect more seeds. Because I'm trying to do more seed saving. This is a sweet potato, I think a regular sweet potato, and I think these are 20 or 15 or 20 quart bags. I don't need a lot of sweet potatoes, but I did mean to do like 2 or 3 of these. I only did 1. More Mexican sunflowers. These are just flowers, hollyhocks, snapdragons. Some beautiful multicolor snapdragons coming in. They like the cool weather. I don't want to show y'all under the gazebo because I'm embarrassed about how little I've cleaned it. This is my passion flower. And she's going to bloom soon. Oh, I definitely have to come back out and harvest basil. Even the pots on the deck are like ridiculous. Oh, look at this. Have you ever seen basil with a leaf like this? It's called Marani basil. Ha ha. Look at those girls. These are lemon spice, chili, jalapenos. This is one plant. And she's got a lot of peppers on her. I never contemplated growing peppers in a green stalk, but this worked out well. I think next year I might do a whole pepper green stalk, which means I have to buy a new green stalk. These are Riri's that I pulled out of another bed. Oh, this coffee good. Sit right there, baby. Yes, I talk to my coffee too. I know I saw red over here somewhere. Oh, I can't get in there. I don't know what kind of pepper that. I think that's supposed to be a red Peter. Let's see. Yeah, it's a red Peter. That's a little Peter. Let's grab this cup. I gotta go around. Ooh. I should pick some perpetual chard for breakfast. More tomatoes I didn't plant in the bean. I want to say the bean field. In the bean patch. I don't know why this is over here. More basil going to flower. This is lime basil, and I have some lemon basil, and I want to make a tea blend with the two of them. So I'm going to leave this for last because the one on my deck is also doing the same thing. This poor squash didn't stand a chance. But I tried. That was like one of those scallop squash. Yeah, yellow scallop bush squash. This is a mammoth jalapeno. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Y'all know I don't edit videos either. I think these need to be picked. And since I didn't pick any jalapenos, I'm going to grab these because this one's red and cracked, but this one's green and cracking. When they start cracking, you know they're not going to grow anymore. I do need to get out here and fertilize because I missed Fertilize Friday. And since I fertilize about every 2 weeks, oh, I thought I was faster than that. Oh, to grab this burgundy okra. I have not had one okra make it into the house. No, I'm telling a fib. I have 2 with some lima beans I'm going to cook for dinner tonight. Did you know butter beans and lima beans are the same beans? Oh, here's an okra on this poor little plant that is covered by said squash. I'm going to get rid of these zip ties that I held the squash up. That's not even in the ground. That was held up by faith. This is just held by hopes and dreams. Let me move my coffee. Ugh, hopes and dreams, y'all. Hopes and dreams. I'm going to get better with this videoing. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to learn how to edit. Because 15 years of gardening and 51 years of living, I can't learn that too. I mean, I probably could. I'm not even going to lie. I probably could. When I take these out of beds, my stakes, I try to put them on the sides where I'll see them as I walk through. And then I'll come back and pick up all my trash later too. I just don't want to leave it in the bed. And that's disgusting, by the way. And then my stakes, I throw them under the gazebo. And eventually when I clean under there, I'll get it. Now, ain't nothing but the devil move this pot. Look at this basil, y'all. This is some cinnamon basil, which I'm going to harvest. Come back and harvest. More cinnamon basil. Some wild bergamot, which I need to harvest that too. And I finally put my green stalks on spinners because, well, it needed to be. I'm going to have to hold this up with something. Look at this beautiful thyme. You want to see the cutest thing? Look at these little jewel eggplants. Everything in here is dry as bejesus. It's cool and I'm going to have to water. But I think I'm going to come back. It's literally 65 degrees in June. Like, I'm in July. Oh, God, June. August. I don't know what's going on in the universe with this global warming. But, oh, my patchouli died. Well, how you like them apples? Was very disappointed with my string beans this year. Very, very disappointed. I'm gonna chop these and re-amend this bed. And that one, that's where the zucchini was that never gave me but 2 zucchinis. And I'm going to start planning for fall. I don't know what y'all doing, but I got garden stuff to do. These are some more lunchbox peppers. These are the long ones. Some of them are long, some of them are short. That I started in the spring. This is my lemon balm. No, lemon verbena. I think I'm going to harvest some of these leaves and get ready to make teas with her as well. I picked most of my cowpeas the other day. And I noticed that I'm getting a lot of flowers over here. It's not a lot of them because, you know, the chipmunks and them won't let me be great. My tomatoes. Let's talk about my tomatoes. The shenanigans of it all. Oh, baby. I did not. Now, this is a 2-foot, 2-foot bed. I'm actually going to have to get up on a ladder. And I'm going to have to figure out a trellis situation. Because these tomatoes are leaning all the way over. These plants are so heavy. It's so unfair to them that I've done this. So I'm going to fix it. I'm going to give them their life. Because this makes no sense. I can't even walk through here anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. I expected them to get tall, not that tall, to the point of leaning. And I probably should have topped them, but I didn't, because I never do. And I have more tomatoes here that are probably going to be doing something similar. Y'all, I see more bitten up tomatoes. My friend came and got kale the other day, and she cut them down. Like, she did a good job. Look at this foolishness. And this is why I have tomatoes growing every year, everywhere. But these are Cherokee purples, so nobody cares if Cherokee purples pop up everywhere. The problem is I never know what they are. And sometimes I throw away tomato plants. This year I pulled out a lot of tomato plants. And because I didn't want to get stuck with the... Oh, these tomatoes. I feel so bad. I have to do something today. Like, I have to get up here. I'm gonna have to go in the garage and get the ladder. So apparently the squash bugs like these stupid things. These are tower basil. Get off of me, Heifer. Oh, I missed you twice. Look how she's about 2.5 feet tall. The two of them. And I heard a rumor they get taller. Now I am going to try to take them in when it gets cold. I don't know why, but the thought of growing basil trees in my house sounds amazing to me. So I am going to try. All right, I'm going to ooch through here. Y'all, this is shenanigans. I didn't even show the whole garden. I didn't go through the whole garden. And I'm talking about extending the garden next year. You know it's bad when you gotta dip through. I did not plant these ground cherries in here. This was a new bed from last year. I haven't planted ground cherries in buku years. Maybe like 5, 6 years. But they're everywhere. This is a hollyhock. I did put her in there. I dropped hollyhock seeds a lot of places in hopes of having big, beautiful hollyhocks, not stupid ground cherries. I do have some Cuban oregano down here that my friend Maria gave me. My poor zinnias. They're beautiful, but they're covered in some dustiness. I'm thinking about pulling them out and dropping more seeds because zinnias will grow it to the frost. I do have Cubanos, not Cubanos, Cubanelles over here. And they look good. And I'm eating a few of those. They're really good. And my chocolate habaneros are starting to put on flowers. My friend Rochelle gave me some peppers last year when I was in Houston, and I threw them in there. I threw a few in there, and here we go. And I think they're doing well over here because they're shaded. They're hot, but they're shaded. And then I have a roselle. I do have two, this one and this little one. I think I had about 6 plants in here. But the animals don't let me have anything. And at the bottom I have them covered in perpetual chard, which I think the animal is eating. And when I find him, he shall not recover. I do have one perpetual chard that's going to seed, which is good because I never have enough plants to go to seed. So I'm going to pull that out, cover those, and let them seed. Oh, I'm just looking at these tomatoes, trying to figure out how I'm going to get them up because they need support. I'm going to need support messing with them. And then I think the last thing I want to talk about is my candy roaster. I have one candy roaster there. I harvested the other 3 because they were huge. Now, one stem is dying. It's dead. She dead. But I have 2 going. And once I pulled those other 2, I noticed that I started getting a lot of greenery back on this plant because I was going to harvest this last one and pull it. And before I left the other day, I noticed that I'm getting more fruit. So I see 1, 2 on here, and yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see. But look how big that is. I think she can come off. I need to look at that stem better. But I think she can come off. And I might roast a little bit. I'm gonna see how I can put it up though, because I've never had them before. And y'all know I like eating things I've never had. Or at least trying it. They say it's as sweeter than a butternut and as sweet as a sweet potato. And that sounds like something I want in my life. So let's see what we could do. Look at the bees. Y'all can't see the bees in the... what do you call these stupid things? My brain just farted. Ooh, I can't think. It's gonna come to me in a minute. Anyway, the bees are enjoying it. Amaranth. That was a red bird. I gotta feed the birds too, because they're eating the amaranth. Last year I used amaranth to make a flour. And also I roasted the seeds. I was supposed to use them as a cereal, but I didn't. I just used them as a flour, and I put some of the roasted seeds in my smoothie for fiber because they're very fibrous. All right, y'all. I would show you the deck, but this video is already forever long. And yeah, this is the garden so far. I still have my chicken coop, but no chickens. I think I'm gonna go to the chicken place today and see what I could do. And that's that. Enjoy your week. Be blessed.